Hello, this is Hélène. I woke up very early this morning and I thought I would do a little recording while everyone else is asleep in my house. I hope they won't hear me because otherwise they will think I'm talking to myself. I'm in a very cold room, but it's okay because I have a very warm sleeping bag. This is the sound of my sleeping bag. So I'm very warm except for my nose, which is very cold. And I don't know how to warm it up. Today I would like to talk about stress relief. I went to see a doctor and I told him that sometimes I was a bit stressed. And he gave me techniques to help relieve the stress. But the first thing I do, which is not what the doctor told me, if I'm in a situation where I feel stressed, or if I can't sleep because there's a stress somewhere in my head, I just tell myself, you don't need to be stressed. And that sounds very stupid and simple, but it actually helps. So first I convince myself that I don't need to be stressed. And then the doctor told me a technique to help divert the brain. So I don't know how to explain it because I'm not a scientist. But apparently there's the left brain and the right brain, and some part of the brain is the part that stresses more. And to divert it, you can cross your arms, just cross your arms, and then with both your hands you tap one side and then you tap the other side. So just gently tap your arm, just gentle tap on the left, gentle tap on the right, gentle tap on the left, gentle tap on the right. And you just do that for a bit and it should help. It is a bit strange, but again, it helps. So you can do that first. And it's also a good technique because you can do it discreetly. If you're in a public place, you can just cross your arms and instead of tapping your arm, you can just press the inside of your arm gently with your thumb. So no one would see that you're doing it. The second thing you can do if you feel stressed is to close your eyes and to look with your eyes to look up in all directions. It's called rapid eye movement, I think. So you just look up and down, up, left and right with your eye inside your eye, just for a little bit. And that's something that should help as well. So that was what the doctor told me. And then he told me a story that I found interesting about stress relief. It's a man who went back to university, but he was already quite old, maybe 55. And he always felt bad because he was the oldest, and he felt like it was too late for him to learn. So in the lectures, instead of concentrating on the lectures, he would just think, oh, why am I here? I'm too old and I can't do it. So because he had in the past he was in the Navy, he imagined a metaphor for his stress. And the metaphor was that he saw his difficulties and his problems that cause him stress as a big iceberg. And then when he felt stressed, he imagined that he was in the place where the iceberg was with his boat. And then he captured the iceberg and he took him with him to a tropical place or in the Caribbean Sea. And then he would just watch the sun, a good, bright, hot sun, melt the iceberg before his eyes. So anytime he felt stressed, he would just picture the iceberg melting. And because the iceberg was a metaphor for his problems, he would then feel better. And then later on, he just imagined the bright sunlight, the warm sunlight coming through his body and making him feel better, because he had, every time he was stressed, he had a little pain in his stomach. So the sunlight would help him. So I guess everyone has to invent his own metaphor for stress. But it would be interesting to try. That's it for today.